There's so many influences on each of us and our young people in this society today. Television, the internet, schools, many other people tend to influence all of our children. I serve on VN because I believe that providing a positive influence, a godly influence, is essential for our people, for our young people in society today. On a VN weekend, they come to know God in a new and fresh and different and deep way. They know His love for them. They know that they're not alone. They know that there are adults who care about them, and they make friendships and relationships that last for years and years. And this is essential for the building of our young people and the building of our society. And it's why I keep coming back to serve.
My husband and I became involved with Vida Nueva after we made our Tres Dias weekends. We made our weekends in 1986. Our children were teenagers at the time, and after we made our weekends, we wanted our kids to have the same wonderful experience with the Lord that we had had. And so in checking around, we found out that there was a community in New York that had a Vida Nueva. And what better way to show youth how to serve, but to do it yourself. Just to be involved, serving with them, and showing them how to become leaders in the church.
It was during my life-changing experience of Tres Dias that I learned of Vida Nueva. On that weekend, God impressed upon my heart just how much He loved our young people and how much He would use me to share that love and to show Jesus with skin on to every young person that chose to go through a Vida Nueva weekend. I have a true passion for our young people, and for that reason, I have served every Vida Nueva weekend since my Tres Dias experience, with March 2012 being 8 weekends that I have served.
I got involved with VN because my husband had been involved for a very long time. So he sent me on a similar adult weekend called Walk to Emmaus. And we really felt the need to be involved in a community that really transformed his life. And I found out how transforming it can be. So I wanted to desperately be a part of that with him, and so I went through as well. And the reason I stay continually involved in working these weekends is because of the community of not only adults but youth and young adults, and to see them blossom into what God has in store for them. And it's just nice to have good, godly friends there that you know you can count
on. I went through Tampa Bay Tres Dias number 18, and I had such a life-changing experience through that. There was a young women's weekend coming up 2 weeks later, VN number 7, and I jumped right in, and I've been serving ever since. For me, I think that when I saw the changes in these young people's lives, and it just blew me away. It brought tears to my eyes, and I couldn't believe some of the things some of these youth at their age had been through and were still going through. And for me, if I could just be a little part of that to help them in their life, and it's amazing to see these youth come back and serve in their church. And from VN number 7 to where we are now, to see the growth that some of these youth have made. There's one young man that I'm back on VN number 8. Nobody wanted him in their section because he was kind of like wild and all that stuff. And to see that young man to grow into the adult that he is now, and how VN's been a huge part of that, the unconditional love and non-judgmental, that's what the youth need today, I think. And it's just a blessing to be able to serve and be a part of that.
We attended Tampa Bay Tres Dias number 2 in 1999 and had an awesome life-changing experience. We were excited to find out that we could have that for our kids too. So we were sort of part of helping get Vida Nueva Tampa Bay started, and it's just so encouraging to see the kids' lives be changed.
And the reason we keep serving is there's nothing like the experience of seeing a group of young kids coming from churches throughout the area come together on a Friday night. Hardly anybody knows each other, if anybody does. And then by Sunday evening, they've made great relationships. If they just open their hearts and just go along with the flow of the weekend, the Holy Spirit shows up, reveals himself to the candidates. They have an amazing experience when God touches their lives. It transforms them, and it's just awesome to see that happen. And they build lifelong relationships that are just amazing.